Okay, today we're speedrunning Vibrant Hollow. Go fast. So, unfortunately, Melee Scout did in fact lose a pretty big contributor to its ability to clear at insane speed, which is its haste. You don't have the free haste anymore, instead you get attack speed, which is kind of L. I miss my haste 3 a lot. However, we did get extinction, so I'd say it's a pretty... No, it's not a good trait. I preferred my old Scout, but I mean, it is the way that things are now. Put it that way. I would also say we have permanent Fox now, but that's not really... It's a bit deceptive, because Perma Fox was brought to you... It could have existed last update, it's just that I don't think anyone came up with the build for it. Yes, the FPS drops are not helping me very much with my attempt to record a video here. Bye bye! These infected ants are quite annoying because they do not really like to be affected by impact, because they just die, and then the thing that they spawn doesn't really take the impact damage. The build for this is somewhat questionable because it uses Wolfbone, but the actually good part of Wolfbone is bugged to be 95% less good than it's supposed to be, I think. I mean, there's no way it's supposed to actually be a 5% buff to healing and not a flat 5% buff. Because if it was, then it would just kind of be terrible. Dodge that. And Whirling to clean up the Dreadlings. Cuts you is pretty much a must on Melee Scout. I don't see how you would use anything else. Or rather, I don't see why you'd use a build that didn't have Cuts you in it. But the next enhancement point I'm using is Swiftness U, used to be Agility U, and that thing gives you a very nice cooldown reduction on Spawner Break. Which is absolutely brilliant, because you can get a lot better uptime on Fox, but also it just incentivizes you to play very, very fast. I cannot with this recording, man. Why it gotta give me like random frame drops? Irritating. I can't do good video like this. Is that the bad kind? At the moment, Impact is a pretty strong enchantment. I did hear talk that The axe may be getting a slight change to its stats, not sure how slight, not really sure in what direction either. But as you can see, I two-shot that enemy and it had 507 health because I'm in the 25 point. It is pretty good, I would say. I don't know if I would call these delve mods favorable. I mean, it is Arcanic 5. Arcanic mobs kind of do have to exist in order to kill you, and a pretty big part of this is that they don't really exist at all until it's far too late for them to do anything about it. And of course, you are M-Scout, so you can just shift Q and then you will suddenly be out of the engagement range. Where did the dread go? I think it died. Yeah, actually M-Scout can probably handle Arcanic pretty well because the Fox will go out and tag mobs, and once they're tagged they stun for like a while and then they're not really a threat because they can't fire their missiles when they're stunned. There is a bit of incentive to be jump quitting because jump quitting makes the mob go further, but that's only really if you need it. In this case it's a pretty cramped area, so at least cramped in the sense that balconies exist everywhere. That's not very good. I must say one thing I do not like about this build, the lack of life drain. I should probably have swapped out my... I should probably have swapped out the Sedated Hunting Charm for Nihilo Core and Keter Core actually. But oh well. As you can see, it's pretty efficiently able to delete a Dreadnought. Like, even straight up before it spawns in for long enough to actually attack you. Because it has like a spawn animation or something, you can just whack it to death. You don't even need to care. And if it's against a wall, it's dead. The other thing that Swiftness U lets you really do is that you don't have to micromanage your Eagle Eye as much. I mean, it is already R3, like, the mob density is high enough that your Eagle Eye can pretty much be permanent as long as you use it wisely, but even then, like, even if you use it like late into an encounter and there's like only a couple mobs to gank the cooldown off of, you can still gank cooldowns off of you can still gank cooldowns off of spawners, so it's not so bad really. One thing I've considered for this build, a Quickening Bracer. think you could use Quickening Bracer to yeah, I'm gonna try and break this so that the fox actually goes in. Then we're going to Whirling. And let the fox take care of it. Gotta be faster. I must have more speed. Give me the drugs they leave in the Vibrant Hollow. I'm kind of sad that the build crutches either threats, because I would have used if I had the room for it, I would be using Nature's Failure, because the Sustenance 3 is really good. Unfortunately, the attack speed is really better. Put it that way. Now, I could kill that thing, or I could just like ignore it, because I maybe don't want to bother killing a thing that's gonna spawn a Water Dreadnought, when I could just let the slime vibe in. Oh, never mind, my fox got it. If that thing had spawned a Water Dread, that would not have been good for me. I don't really know how to deal with Water Dreads. I mean, given it is cumbersome. Water is not that much of a problem, but still. Kind of annoying. I hear the sound of a Transcendent Shroom Titan. Don't really care though. It's dead either way. Didn't even get to cast an ability. But we don't need to talk about that. I blame ping. I blame the recording software I'm using. You did not see me miss like not even crits, just normal attacks. I'm definitely good at melee, please. Seems the Pernicious is eating through this bit of the POI. I feel like just because there's more mobs, that Pernicious feels a lot more significant in R3, but whereas even in R1, R2, Pernicious 5 is kind of free. Well, it depends on how many other mods you have in. Now, let's just hide from this thing for a bit, and then if I could. Wow, that's laggy. There's like no reason I'm doing this. I could just kill it. Yeah, and that's the extinction experience.